All right, and here we are, episode 31 of the Wilderness Podcast. If you want to find us on Twitter, at the Wilderness RS, Facebook, it's facebook.com/the Wilderness Podcast. Our clan chat is wildcc, and lastly, our Gmail is thewilderness.podcast@gmail.com. Changing things up. I'll tell you why later. Anyways, I'm Dilz.
Hey, it's Deagin. How's it going?
There he is. So what's going on? What's crack-a-lacking over there?
In terms of real life, not too much. Just kind of, moping around, just dicking around.
Living the dream.
Yeah. Gotta find ways to kill time. Been applying for some jobs and stuff, so maybe I'll hear back.
Yeah, that's just sad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a college town. It's it's packed with like resumes and applications and shit everywhere you go. It's brutal. But whatever.
The gains are gonna slow down to a minimum.
Yeah. So, in terms of video games, I have...
Yeah. Till then, let's hear the gains you've made.
Yep. So, non-RuneScape related, I've been playing, PlayerUnknown's Battleground, as always. They have some pretty big updates, so it's nice. They finally, start optimizing the game. They've added new cars and guns and shit, so... I don't know.
No drama, nothing to talk about?
In terms of, the game?
Yeah, no drama because it's an early access. Whenever an early access game comes out, you always say, yo, you gotta play it. And then next thing you know, 3 months down the road, some bullshit comes out. For instance, King of the Hill. No, it's not King of the Hill, sorry. H1Z1. That's the original game, right?
Yep.
It was both bundled together, right? With King of the Hill and then just a survival...
Well, at one point, it was a mod, or not a mod, it was a feature in the actual game. You'd have to get tickets or something to do it.
Okay.
And no one likes the actual survival, DayZ version of it, so they just split the game into two. That game, though, it's done by, it's done by Daybreak Games, which is known for being money grubbing, money grubbing whores.
Yeah, okay, so example one.
And then the culling, it was really good and they ruined it with a bunch of stupid updates and stuff. Yeah, I know a lot of early access games get a lot of flack.
Yeah, Ark, didn't they release some DLC for a game that's not even ready? That's $50.
Ark? Yeah, Ark Survival. Yeah, they released Dragons. Yeah, but a lot of those games turn into money grubbing, just they kind of ruin it before it's even quote unquote done. But
the Stomping Lands, I bought that game and then it just went silent after it kind of got really popular and a bunch of people bought the game.
Yep.
And then I'm still in the subreddit because every now and then you'll just see one guy pop up saying, hey, I want to buy this license or buy the whatever you want to fucking call it.
Yeah, the game pretty much.
Yep, so got burned there.
Yeah, well, I think...
Okay, one more. Let me do one more. Rust.
Well, I don't know.
I remember you were saying that game was, so close to being ready, and then you're yeah, they scrapped the whole engine, are starting from scratch. It's gonna take a while.
Well,
It basically was, ready to come out, and they're nah, let's put it back in an early access state and do it all over again.
Well, with Rust, they're still pumping out updates, and... They had their normal version of Rust, and then they realized that the community can only get so big with it, so they scrapped it, and then they redid it, but in a better way. They've redone Rust in a way where I personally don't like it, but if you like clans and playing with a fuck ton of people, you'll love it. So the game actually for the longevity of it, they kind of had to do that. And the game they're still releasing updates. They're still changing a lot of things.
Yeah, I get that. But you see, how that gets kind of weird where you're how long has it been in early access?
A while, but I don't know. I'd say Rust is one of the better early access.
No, I would say so too. But at the same,
there's no,
I don't know. See, when you were talking about early access games, I'm picturing Final Fantasy 15 before it's ready to ship out.
Yeah, but the companies that do early access don't have the money to make a Final Fantasy 15, so they have to do early access. And so what happens is
it's closer to RuneScape or an MMO that just the game's just kind of there and they just keep doing updates. You know what I mean?
Well, the idea with early access, it's hey, we have this vision for this sweet game. but we need this much money. Okay, we can't really do a Kickstarter because, Kickstarters are like, they never follow through. Like, look up Mighty Number 9, freaking worst game ever. It's like such a bad game, and oh man, it got funded. People don't want to do that anymore, so they started doing early access, where it's like, hey, now you can play the game, but just give us the money, and things like Minecraft, that was early access, and it's...
That's true. That was one of the better ones.
It like started the whole Kickstarter, early access fad, because everyone's like, oh, this will be the next Minecraft, and...
But see, the problem is, how much is Minecraft right now if you were to buy it?
Like $40 maybe? I have no idea. I bought it for $10.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. So like, most early access game, it seems like they're charging more than what it's going to be when it comes out, and they're just like, we're looking for people who are going to be dedicated to this game and are willing to test it out.
The whole concept is like, invest now.
Like bullshit at this point.
Give us the money now, and then you'll be thankful once the game's fully out. You'll be thankful that we've had enough money. But then what happens is, like with Minecraft, that's like a pretty cheap game to make, and it was one dude who made it, But like with like these other games where it's like, we need X amount of money to finish this game, but then they get that and more or something. Like DayZ got over 1 million like copies sold on the first day or some shit. And then once that happens, you're like, all right, well, we're never gonna like beat that number again. Like we pretty much sold to our whole player base. Fuck it. We don't have to put any more money. And then that's just kind of what happens to most early access games. But
just funny. We're watching games evolve.
Yeah.
Going from like DLCs. Sorry, no, it was expansions. Then to DLCs. Then now like microtransactions.
Now buying a game before it's out. But like, think like Rust is made by the guy who made Gary's mod. So me and like, I think most people are confident that the game will, once it's done, like it'll get done and it'll be good.
I'm not taking jabs at it. I'm just saying like, what I'm trying to say is, I'm betting in a month from now, you're going to be telling us some drama or some shit that went down with Battlefield Unknown or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, I don't know, but like, they release fucking huge updates all the time. Like they've had like last week they had one update that was bigger than King of the Kill has ever gotten ever in total. Like if you add up all of their like updates, it's maybe like 4 or 5 gigabytes, and this game like constantly is releasing like 5 gigabyte updates where it's like rework. It's completely optimizing the game. Right? It's fixing huge bugs. Like they've already added like 4 guns, or no, sorry, not 4 guns, like 2 guns and a car. They've like redone some of the car systems. Like they're like the guys are actually like putting in a lot of work. And in general, the game is really fun. I like it a lot.
True. I wasn't trying to go on like a whole ramble on like early access games. I was just trying to make like a joke about how you're gonna be, no, more like a bet that you're gonna be telling us something went down.
With any other game, I wouldn't take that bet, but I think this game is like the only game I'm actually like confident in, especially just because they're actually like I'll wake up and I'll like go on my computer and I'll see like, oh fuck, 5 gigabyte update from PlayerUnknown. Let's look at the updates, and it's like a huge list of optimizations, and you're like, oh, that's cool. Okay. But yeah. Anyways,
we'll bet like $100, and if drama ever happens to the game,
well, if you say forever, that's too general.
Yeah, forever.
That's way too general. Because then you could be like, oh, well, these 2 streamers got into an argument over the game. That's drama about the game. And then I'm out 100. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, I've been playing some of that, and then my buddy convinced me and a bunch of other friends to download GTA 5 like role playing mod. It's called 5M. It's
okay.
Actually like one of the it's the most fun I've had. Like, oh my god.
It's a role playing mod for Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. So like you download
what the hell does that mean?
So you download a client. The client's called 5M, and you like load it up, and it's like Grand Theft Auto, but it's like, bunch of, there's like servers and shit you join that are like role playing mod. Like they're just role playing, so you can like be a fucking pickup, a guy that drives a tow truck, or I don't know, fucking whatever. You can like, if you're on a server long enough, you can be a cop or some shit, Think of it as like Altus Life or something on Arma.
You could already basically do that, right?
No, not in GTA. I mean, you can like
taxi driver missions and shit like that.
But I mean, like, what do you like? It's not fun to roleplay with like NPCs. Like, you can roleplay with other people. That's the whole thing. You can have like really funny interactions and shit.
Yeah, but what's stopping a guy from just blasting you in the head and being a little dickwad?
See, that's the best part. Like, people like, I mean, okay, me and my buddies, we don't like roleplay super hard. We're not like, oh, I'm Jim and you know, like, I'm a businessman. I go to the business factory. Yeah. Like, we fucking dick around super hard, and that's kind of what makes it super fun, because
it sounds like you're just playing normal GTA then, if you're just gunning people down.
No, we're not like we're not being dicks. We're not like gunning people down, but like we'll dress up as clowns and like fucking just do stupid shit, and it's like a lot of fun. Or
so you're just playing GTA 5 with civilized people.
Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's like it's role playing, so you know you're playing a character of doing something, and you
guess you're attracting people who are willing to role play. Not people who are just willing to
I mean, you can take it super serious, or you can just have some fun with it and, like, just fucking goof around, and I don't know. I think it's pretty fun. We always go on this one server, and all the fucking cops hate us, so whenever, like, we do anything wrong, they fucking arrest us and shit, but I don't know, it's pretty funny, because you can, with the mod, you can force yourself to ragdoll. Like, so your body will just, like, kind of, you know, go loose, and you'll fall over. And so, like, they'll try and arrest us, and we'll just, like, all lay on the ground and ragdoll around and shit, and they, like, they get so fucking mad. I don't know, it's a lot of fun. I have non-gaming related, though, I'll just move on. RuneScape, I got 90 woodcutting.
Whoa!
That's about it. I've been doing Slayer, and,
Man, can you play my account in Smith for me?
Nah. I'm good.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I don't know, I just started doing Slayer and stuff again, and...
Hold on, how much money did you make from woodcut? Are you done woodcutting now?
Yeah, so from 78 to 90, I made, like, roughly 8 mil, I think a little over 8 mil.
So that's pretty good, but then when I think of, like, how long must have you been woodcutting?
Yeah, like 2 weeks.
But, like, how many hours in the day?
A lot.
It's free money, though, if you're doing other shit.
Yeah, it's not like I sat there and was like, oh, I'm woodcutting, and I'm like, I would be playing Overwatch, or like 5M, or PlayerUnknown. Like, I'd be playing random-ass games while I'm woodcutting. And it's like, hey, you know...
I can't believe when I was a kid, I would sit there and just watch me cut down magic trees after school.
Yeah, I did the same, but like that's why I hated scaling.
I'd go to school and sit there and daydream about woodcutting. Like, it was, ugh. I loved it, though.
Yeah, I hated skilling just for that reason. Because I was a kid, I'm like, what else do I do? I want to go kill shit. I don't want to just sit here and stare at my guy cut a tree. I didn't really think about, like, going on MSN or whatever, doing other things while I woodcut.
Any idea how long it would take to just save up money to get, like, a Dragon medium helmet? Because they were, like, 1 mil at the time when I was doing this.
Oh, yeah.
I just remember fucking spending forever and being like, now I got 1 mil, and it's, you know, once you get the money, you'll never lose it unless you're like me and you give out your password to, like, anyone who adds you on their friends list.
Yeah.
So, like, you get hacked like 10 times, you get scammed all the time, and I'm also never paying attention, so I constantly died and lost all my items.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's the pains of being a newbie. I also did the new quest that came out.
You did the new one?
Yeah, there's a little teaser for the updates, but yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I can proudly say I was one of the first people in the game to have the quest done, because...
Oh, shit.
So, we're recording right now, it's Friday, so the updates come out about 6 in the morning on Thursdays. And what happened, like, Thursday night, or I guess... Wednesday night, Thursday morning, it was like 1 or 2 in the morning, and I'm just like... kind of just dicking around the computer, and I was talking to my one friend, and he heard me playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links in the background, just kind of, you know, getting shit done while I was playing RuneScape, and he started freaking out. He's like, oh my god, you're playing Duel Links, we gotta play! And he helped me, like, make a better deck, and we played, like, for, like, fucking 4 hours, probably. Like, we played so long, just dueling each other over and over again, redoing decks. And he's pretty decent, and I don't know, it was fun. And then, like, while I'm playing RuneScape, I also had gotten, I've gotten another friend addicted. This is like 2 people this month. It's a good month for me.
You're ruining lives over
there. But like,
you are fucking destroying dreams, and they don't know it yet. What are you gonna do? Introduce him to heroin?
Yeah, it's next. My one friend, he likes like woodcutting and killing shit, like maging and stuff. And my other friend, all she's been doing is woodcutting. I have no idea why, but like, get her all set up, and then just like, oh, what are you up to? Oh, I just got 50 woodcutting. It's like, quickly look at their stats. It's just like 50 fire making and 51 woodcutting. And you're like, what the? Hey, if you ever want to do anything else,
nothing else better to do in your life. How did this game hook you?
Yeah, and I got like 40 woodcutting using a bronze axe. When I found that out, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go buy you a rune one. You're fucked in the head.
I think it was last week we were talking about how in order to get a friend to play the game, you got to kind of give them, like, they have to have a... You guys set goals together. You're doing it with quests and shit, right?
Yeah, that's how I got my one friend into it, yeah.
Yeah, you were saying that, and it made me think and reflect a bit on myself. And I tried to get my girlfriend to play the game, and like, thinking back on it, she gets out of Tutorial Island, I'm like, there you go. She's like, okay, what do I do? Whatever you want. You can do almost whatever you want in this game. It's huge. All right, like what? Anything. You cut down that tree. She's like, all right. Wasn't that fun? It's like, no. You can, click on that tree. You know what I mean? I'm just like, you just click on things and figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized, like, I'm not setting any goals. I'm just trying to be, like, impressed her by, like, look at all the shit you could do. And it's just like, yeah, but why the fuck am I doing it? Is you guys just come here and just mindlessly click on things like drones? Basically, it gets like that later on. But
yeah.
Now's not the time to talk about that.
Yeah, the fun thing is...
I need someone to smith on my account, so you need to start playing RuneScape.
Yeah, the way to make it fun is setting goals. Because the game's not fun if you're doing it for no reason. You need a purpose. And I don't know, like with her, she just like... I think this was what it was. Oh, so Derek, what are you doing? Oh, I'm woodcutting in RuneScape, playing Overwatch. Oh, nice. Where are you woodcutting? Oh, I'm in the Woodcutters Guild. Oh, can I come? I think you might need 60 woodcutting. Oh, okay. And it's like, alright, I'm getting 60 woodcutting to get in the Woodcutters Guild. You know what I mean? And then I told him about, 50 fire making. You can do the Winter Todd minigame. I was like, yeah, you can do this cool, little fight with fire making once you get to 50. And it's kind of fun. You get some money and stuff. And, but just like, that's all they've been doing is woodcutting. So I gotta, slowly phase them onto other skills in combat. They really don't seem interested in combat or questing or anything, though. So maybe they'll just skill.
Yeah, just do it slowly. That was my problem. I was just throwing it. Now pickpocket. Now kill. Now bury those bones. Now fish. Yeah. It's like, okay, but what? Why? When? Do it now and do it faster. You need to get good at clicking so you can smith on my fucking account.
I've tried to get a lot of people in, and the last 3 people I've tried getting in, one of them quit almost immediately. I went and did a bunch of quests with them, and they quit. Okay. And I was like, all right, cool. And then I kind of realized that we did a bunch of quests, and then I just gave him 100K because he asked for money. And to me, I'm like, oh, that's nothing. He can't even buy full rune with it. But to him, it's like...
Hold on, wait. Let me just point out. You're the person who complains all the time about people begging for money. And then you're just like, yeah, and then I casually give him 100K.
Well, that's a guy I've known in real life for a while. And he's pretty into MMOs. So I assumed, oh, he's going to stick with it. The guy's friggin', he was rank 1, warrior and shit recently in Legion. He loves PvPing, he loves playing MMOs and grinding shit. So I'm like, oh, maybe he'll enjoy RuneScape. And I told him about PKing, but I gave him 100K because he asked me for money. And knowing him, I don't think he'd really be down to this is where the fun part, you're gonna have to grind money. He's probably that's fucking stupid. I gave him the money, but then after I thought about it, it's he pretty much has nothing to work for until a week or, a couple days from now when he's got 40 attack and defense and now he's gonna save it for full rune, Yeah. He just ended up
tell
quitting.
Him to blow it all on something stupid.
Well, yeah, I think he just bought armor and shit with it.
Here, buy a bunch of dragon bones and don't use the altar, just bury them normally.
Yeah, I don't know. I never get my friends I never tell them to buy members just cause, waste of money. If they join free to play, they'll love members.
Yeah. I say if you don't mind spending $10, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, no, don't buy membership, but if you're hey, I'm going to get membership now, I'm going to be okay, I'm not going to stop you. It's $10. You get it for a month.
Yeah.
Just throw it on a credit card and worry about it later.
Yeah, see, I'm just like, I don't know. I just don't like my friends wasting money and shit. But, if they do it, I can't stop them. Like, my one friend just went and bought 3 months of membership on his own. I just saw him in a members world, and I'm like, nice. Good shit, dude. Nice.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
But yeah.
I watched a buddy fucking stake 200 mil, and that's all the cash he had, and goodbye.
Yeah, that's life, Sometimes you stake your bank and you lose it. But yeah, I think I went off like a lot, but yeah, I don't know. I pretty much got on RuneScape on Thursday as soon as the update came out. Like, as the update went down, quickly reloaded, got in ASAP, quickly ran and did the new quest. And there was like one other person wearing their quest cape. I was like, oh, cool.
Cool. I guess that's the people who are going to be more pressured to do it. But
yeah,
I guess without, I don't know, is there spoilers you'd have to worry about dropping here? Is there a reward that's much to talk about?
Yeah, kind of.
Cool. Yeah, but is it a spoiler? Do you think people will care about it?
Well, we can just talk about it during the update. We can go into it then.
Yeah.
Just because, you got to talk about what you've done and whatnot. I've been rambling.
Wow, you spoiled what's in the updates. Fuck, man.
Yeah, got to tease them a bit,
Okay, teasers. I can dig it. Is that your week there, though?
Yep.
What else do you do?
Yeah, that's about it. What about, nothing else interesting. Yeah, what about yourself, though?
Let's see, my week.
Anything?
I'm thinking. Come on. I watched a really good movie on the weekend.
What movie?
Alright, I didn't even watch I watched, like, the first 40 minutes of Interstellar.
This movie's like 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm doing it in 15-minute bursts.
Oh my god. How can you start it and not finish it? That's such a good movie. I've seen it like 3 times.
No, yeah, it was really good. I just I guess I didn't realize how long it was, and I started watching it at like midnight. And then I checked the time, like, holy fuck, like I'm gonna pause it before they leave, before the spacey shit happens.
Yeah, that's
no, if that should be a pretty big indicator there ain't nothing going on.
Yeah. Man, you gotta finish that movie. Sick.
Yeah, I might watch it. Speaking of space, though, there's a meteor shower tomorrow. Apparently there's an asteroid that's, like, coming close by, and it's the closest it'll be in 400 years. The problem is when they say it's close by, like, what does that even mean? So I look into it, because I had a friend that told me this, like, yo, it's gonna be close by, and that's what the article says, and then you read it, and it's like, it's close by in comparisons to how far it usually is, but it's still farther away than the moon.
So wait, this is happening Saturday? Or is this just a meteor shower?
Okay, the meteor shower's Saturday. This asteroid, pretend I never said anything, because now I'm starting to fucking doubt my words.
All right.
It might have happened like last week or some shit.
Okay.
Fuck, I don't know. I'm trying to remember, but I can't.
It's a thing that is happening soonish or happened soonish.
Yeah, it was a thing that we just said in this podcast, and next week we might confirm.
Yeah. Or we'll just act like it never happened.
Yeah, or like, yeah.
It's pretty much a toss-up at this point. It's not a big deal.
Alrighty. I played some Final Fantasy 15. Game's pretty fun. Played a bit more Crashlands on the mobile. If you're into mobile games, check it out. It's about $5. It's a pretty fun game. And then RuneScape. Oh boy, did a lot happen on RuneScape. Guess what I did?
Smithed?
We did some smithing.
Nice.
No, not nice at all. It was practically no smithing, because I don't know. What do I do with my time? Where does it all go?
If you just manned up and did it all Saturday, or did just sat down on one weekend, or one day on the weekend and just did it, you would have been done like a week ago.
Yeah, but like that's just who I am. Come to my house, look at my bathroom. I'm pretty sure on like one of the first episodes, I'm saying like, I'm starting to work on my bathroom. It's coming along nicely. It's been on a standstill.
You just gotta start grinding.
So, yeah, I could do that. That is definitely one possibility. So, anyways, I did some smithing. We are sitting. What are we sitting at? 72 smithing. So,
you got such a long ways to go.
I only technically I only gotta get to 79, which isn't too much.
But at that,
see, now I'm starting
At this
I'm doubting myself right now. Because, like, all right, I don't know. You know what?
At this rate, we're going to be, like, doing a recap of the year. And you're like, I smithed all year. It was great.
God, you're right. That is a reality that could happen. All right? So this is it. You listening?
It's the darkest timeline. This is the darkest timeline right here.
No, I'm stopping it. We're putting an end to it. Ready? You listening?
Yep.
We fucking dropped the master clue. That was my mouse click. I was clicking to drop the master clue. Should I pick it up? Oh, I'm like 3 steps in, which isn't that much. But dude, what if that's probably what the third age is?
Yeah, you just gotta start grinding. Why don't you just do Zulrah?
Grinding the teeth.
Fuck it, just start grinding Zulrah for money.
And this is it. You listening?
Yep.
We logged out. All right, it's done. It's official. No more master clue. And yeah, I'll start back on Zulrah because I need to get an elite clue to get a master clue again. And
just Zulrah for money, dude. You could have enough money in a week easily.
We'll see. I might be taking a small little vacation from RuneScape for next week. I think just because like the smithing thing was making me go nuts, and it reminded me of the last time I quit. And I think it was when I tried to grind out level 1 to 91 hunting. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. I got to level like 69 in like 3 days and like didn't play it for like 2 weeks. So I felt that coming on. So I'm probably going to take a break for a few days, go outside a little bit. Maybe I'll just open a window. We'll see.
Yeah.
I just can't do it all at once.
Just hoot some fresh air, stick your head out the window and
yeah, if I just walk out, you might have to find a new host for next week.
Yeah, I'll just bring on various friends, and then we won't talk about RuneScape ever.
Start playing characters.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So I think that's it. I think that's all I think that's it.
Not bad. Are you still looking for a TV show to watch?
I mean, we're still watching Office and Bates Motel, sort of.
Oh, truth.
Why? What's another show?
I was gonna say you should watch like True Detective season 1 if you haven't seen it yet.
I heard season 2 was it ruined the show for a lot of people.
Well, so the way the show works is that every season is pretty much its own show. Like season 2 isn't related to season 1.
So all new characters and everything.
Yeah, new story, new everything. But
what's it about? Is it just like a cop show?
Yeah, it's about like detectives. Very true detectives. No, but it's like, okay, I don't know how to explain it, but just imagine like season 1 is so good, like 10 out of 10, like amazing show, and then like a 7 out of 10 comes up, but like everyone's expecting, oh, this is gonna be like another 10, like it's gonna be 11 out of 10, like it's gonna be even better, and then they're all like comparing it to the season 1, like, well, in season 1 this was like, you know, think of it as like 2 different shows. Season 2 is I think is really really good. I thought
if you've ever watched Stranger Things,
yeah,
I thought that's the direction it was going to go. I thought it was going to be a season story. You know what I mean? Like, then they announced season 2, and I was like, all right, that's cool. But I'm hoping it was going to be more on like supernatural kind of shit, but just different characters, different.
Yep.
You know, just completely different storyline. And they're like, no, we're bringing up all the characters back and stuff. And I was like, first season was really good. I felt closure at the end of it.
Yep.
For the most part. You know, left you kind of hanging. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil anything, but like...
It's good.
I don't know if a season 2 is a good idea for the show.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good show and all that jazz. But you know, they can make a lot of money off season 2 over the hype of season 1.
That's the problem. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
But like, you're going to be able to tell if it's just them going on with the hype of the show, or if they actually like, oh, well, you know, we kind of had an idea for season 2. We, you know, had it in the back of our heads.
Yeah. But you should watch at least season 1 of True Detective. You don't have to watch season 2.
I might take a gander.
What up?
See if it's on Netflix. I'll take a gander if it's on Netflix.
I doubt it. I'm 99% sure it's not.
How the hell am I going to watch it?
I don't know. Netflix?
Look for it on YouTube?
Netflix recently has been getting shitty. Like Bob's Burger and stuff got taken down. All the shows I used to watch and I wanted to go rewatch like are gone now. They're like phasing out all the good shows and putting in like Netflix originals and whatnot.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Probably more cheaper to do their own shows.
Yeah,
in the long
at this
run.
point, yeah, for sure.
Unless they were able to like completely get rights, or I don't really know how that industry works for the most part. Like I could guess from my experience of sitting on the couch, but yeah, okay. But I don't know. Let's not ramble too long.
We'll go on to the news.
No, kind of. Actually, kind of we will. But before we get into that, I gotta say, I feel like a fucking idiot here. So, a few episodes back, I said, when you're teleblocked, you can teleport with your glory still. I might have said it on multiple episodes. Man, I was so confident with that answer. For so long, I remember telling people when I was Runecraft PKing at by the Abyss, I'd kill someone using a teleblock maybe, or an or use ice barrage. I can't remember. But then afterwards, I'd be like, "Oh, you could have still you could have still teleported, eh?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, I know. I panicked." So I just kind of went along with it. I don't know. I just always thought it. Oh man. I guess every time I was teleblocked, it must have just been splashed. I must have been just like super baked and just like thought that like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just an extreme hacker. Who knows, guys?
Yeah.
But anyways, I just want to say I was wrong. Someone pointed it out to me on Reddit. PM me for PK lessons is his name. So thanks for pointing that out. I truly thought you made me go actually test it, and like, I can't believe it. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, I teleblocked you. You should have teleblocked me. Maybe my account is just like,
it's the one true account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I must have just thought, and then every time it splashed, I just, just assumed it hit me and I got away with the glory.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to make that clear, because damn, I thought that was some like unknown trick that just nobody knew about. Because I looked for it, and I couldn't see anything saying that you couldn't do it or that you could do it just on like the internet and stuff using a Google. Plus, it gets hard because you always find information from 10 years ago and from RuneScape 3, and it's hard to tell exactly where to look. But anyways, that being said, I think it's safe to say we can move on to the news.
Yeah. So, not too much craziness, but there is a new quest that came out on Thursday the 20th. Yeah, the 20th. And,
cool. 420, baby.
It's called Klein of Corand, or Corand, however you want to pronounce it. You start by talking to Vios at the, Priscarilius Pier, I think it's called? Yeah. It's, pretty much where if you're gonna board from Port Surim, you'll wind up there. And, that's the guy you travel back and forth. But when you're on the island, you can talk to him and you can start this quest. There are no requirements, and the only requirement really is a feather. You need one feather.
Oh,
and I wish I knew that, but I had to quickly run to my bank and do that. So pretty much what the quest is, he gives you like a flyer type thing, and you use your feather on the flyer, and you're able to like write shit on it. And that's kind of like the lore aspect. So what you do is you go to each of the houses, you go to all their general stores, and you talk to them, and you ask, how do you gain favor, I believe. It's the second option after you talk about their house. And then, you just like record their shit, and it's a really fast quest. You just go to each of the, general store guys. I think it's the Shazian house, actually. I saw so many people getting stuck because they couldn't find where the general store was, because it's not, it's not like an icon like every other one. Like, at least on the world map, which is something they have to fix. So, Jagex, please fix that. It's the most northeastern house with the sword and shield. There's a general store guy in there. Her name's Jennifer, so just like talk to her. I had to help a couple people out with that, cause
that's why you have the name memorized.
Yeah, cause like I was just kind of, chilling, kind of showing off my quest cape when I first finished, and people were like running back being like, where the hell is the general store guide? And I'm like, yo, follow. And I would just like take them. I'm like, oh, it's over there. And I would just help people go there. Like a lot of people weren't looking at their actual mini map. They're navigating through their world map.
Okay.
So yeah, just keep that in mind. It's pretty easy. Just talk to them. And after you're done talking to all of them, you, go back to Vios and, he gives you like an orb and you have to go to the dark altar where you do your Arceus prayer shit, where you like summon the insult heads.
Okay.
Use it, it breaks, and then you just go and talk to him and you're done. It's a really quick quest. You need like 2 4 doses of stamina potions.
Alright, yeah.
And if you have the Xerix necklace, I mean that'll probably help. I just used my my house teleports constantly and just like went to Korond like that.
Yeah, that's probably the best way.
Yeah, you're pretty much running around, and I don't know, I think that's a really good quest because, spoiler, maybe skip 3 minutes if you don't want to hear the rewards for this.
Skip 3 minutes, that's a lot.
Figure it out. Let's just,
skip
or maybe
30 seconds.
Yeah, so there are 3 rewards. One is 2 experience lamps that provide 500 experience each, aka 1,000 rune crafting experience if you're super efficient.
Whew.
But, you also get an instant 20% increase of favor in any house that you choose within the Korond, as long as you're not done it.
Cool.
And I did Arceus because I hated the books, and I probably mentioned this before, my first time coming to Zia, I didn't know you could lock 100% favors, so I was constantly leveling and like having to gain favor.
Yeah, me too.
Until I learned you can actually lock it, because, as a little noob. And, I hated Arceus the most, so I just, threw that in there. And the best thing is you permanently gain double the rate for, gaining favor with any house, or with all houses in the Korond, so huge,
Cool.
I mean, it's gonna devalue everyone's 100% favor, but, I mean...
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, I'm just happy I don't have to do too many of the books, I don't think.
I don't find the books too bad. You can also get the book to teleport. You get a book, it doesn't give you anything, but it'll teach you how to teleport to the Great Korond.
Yep. So yeah, eventually you're gonna have to do it at one point, but yeah.
Cool, yeah.
Really good quest.
There's the quest we were talking about.
Sorry, what?
Sorry, no, I mean sorry. A few episodes back we were saying how Zaya could use a quest and it should have a quest. I was just saying there's the quest we were talking about.
Yep. So I think it's a really good quest. It's supposed to be the start of a quest line, I believe. So I think the main lore is that there's some unknown mysterious client that just wants to know more about the houses. I mean, Client of Korond, it kind of gives it away, but you're gathering information for Vios, and Vios has like a client that just wants to know it.
Yep.
So, maybe when more quests come out on Zia, you'll maybe find out who this guy is. I'm guessing it's the wise old man. I don't know why. I feel like it's him.
No, I think it's some unknown force. It's going to be some giant war that happens. And then we're going to have an event where Zaya breaks up and then different families side with the enemy and side with the Gielinor factions. And then you have to choose and it becomes very chaotic. It's a cool idea, actually.
AKA Cataclysm or Pangea. Just like all the houses break away from each other.
Yeah, maybe not the house, maybe not the land itself break up, but it'd be cool to see some like a giant war battle. Yeah, and then you gotta choose one of the factions to back.
Yeah, buddy, be pretty sweet. I'd be down. But yeah, I think everyone should do this if you haven't done it. It's really quick quest. You just need 2 4 doses and 8 stamina doses in total.
That doesn't sound like a quick quest at all. Doesn't a stamina dose last 5 minutes? Right?
2 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay, never mind, I'm wrong.
I mean...
Man, I'm on a fucking wrong streak today.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. But,
no, it's not.
8 doses to be safe, because, you might make a mistake, and...
Yeah.
Or whatever.
No,
might be mean, you forget you didn't know you needed a goddamn feather, so you have to alright, I'm gonna redo my route.
Yeah.
I'm not speedrunning this shit anymore.
Cool, so yeah, not too bad. I'll have to now that I dropped my my master clue, I fucking actually I'm free to do whatever I want.
Dude, just do lizard shamans. Get Shazian 100% and just farm lizard shamans.
Oh, I do have Shazian at 100%.
Okay, well, eventually you'll get a Dragon Warhammer.
Yeah, eventually. Eventually I would have got 79 smithing, but...
Yeah, 79 smithing or, 80 mil.
No, but I'm just saying, but I'll get burnt out before I get the Dragon Warhammer, unless I'm lucky.
Yeah, maybe. Probably. I mean, my buddy did, 4,000 or 5,000 kills in a row, didn't get shit, and he never went back.
My point exactly. Alright, so,
anyways,
let's see what else we got.
So, Slayer Tower bonus, which, so previously, the Mortania Elite Diary, when you completed it, you just get 10% increased Slayer experience when you complete a task assigned in the Slayer Tower. And I thought that was super sweet, because it's a pretty big wall, and, pretty big, a big gate for faster experience, I guess, for efficient gains. And we voted, and it passed. So now they've redone the diaries. So easy, medium, and hard give you 2.5% for easy, 5% for medium, and 7.5% for hard.
Yeah, cool.
Which is nice because I have the hards done, and I'm almost done the elites. I think I've been working on the elites right now.
Yeah,
I just need.
I know they're going to be
fishing.
I know they're nuking Neve's cave, but what I'm trying to say is, it's a nice little incentive to go to the Slayer Tower.
Yeah. I mean, I've always gone to the Slayer Tower for my gargoyle tasks.
Oh, I went to Neve. Just kind of easy.
Yeah, I just like going, I don't know, I've just always liked doing gargoyles in the Slayer Tower, just because, I don't know, it's just a weird, nostalgia thing for me, I think.
Better altitude.
I just remember being a little noob and being like, oh, I can't wait till, one day I can kill guys in there. And so it's just something I'm like, oh, I get it, cool. Just gonna use my home teleport, get to Canifis, alright, we're gonna run there. I don't know, I've always really liked it. And it's easy to find an empty world, too.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, so that's pretty nice. I mean, I'm down. It gives me some experience boost, whatnot, when I'm doing it.
Alright, I just gotta get the look at and be done. I want.
Yeah.
I gotta start fucking nailing out some of these diaries. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll take it, now that I'll take a break from the construction and go do some diaries.
Yeah, honestly, I find it's really hard to get me to actually start, and then I just Google, Varrock Easy, as an example, and then I just use the guide, and it's like, oh, whatever, I have some of these done, I'll just skip those parts and skip through the video, but once you're actually, in the thick of it, it's not that bad. It's just it's like questing, right? You really don't like it, and you really don't like starting it, but once you start and you kind of get your feet off the ground, you're like, okay, this isn't bad. I can do another one. I
think my mentality is kind of you can kind of get them as you play the game, and we all randomly get a notification. Oh, you just did this part of the diary without even knowing it, right? So I'm just the longer I put it off, the less I'll have to do when I actually have to do it. So
yeah,
which is kind of true.
That's exactly
to a
how
point.
I thought.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The point is probably around now. You can look at them and get a general idea of oh, I still need to do this. So
there's some good rewards too. I might as well just start benefiting from them from now instead of 4 years from now. So
yeah, a lot of the rewards are like quality of life. I think it's Varrock medium or hard. I honestly don't remember, but you can change the teleport to the Grand Exchange.
I think it's medium maybe because I can do it.
Yeah,
it's hard yet.
Yeah, I've done easy Varrock and that's it. I think tonight I'm gonna continue finishing them all. I might go for 96 fishing though to get my Mortania elites done. That shit OP. Tasks in general or achievement diaries in general are pretty overpowered, so if you can do them, get them done. Put the experience in rune crafting if you if you're going for high total level.
Or agility if you hate agility more than rune crafting.
Yeah, I mean, runecrafting is the slowest experience in the game, so that's why I always dump everything into it.
That's my problem. Yeah. I'm always conflicted because, that's true. But also, agility, you make dog shit money from it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're picking up the Marks of Grace, eventually,
Yeah.
You make okay money. Even though stamina's dropped quite a bit. But anyways, in other news, Cerberus will now play a sound when she performs her flame attack.
Okay.
Which is nice. The message displayed when killing the Black Knight Titan in Nightmare Zone is now filtered by game message filter. So that's pretty nice.
Sure, why not?
Yep. Chelder, the fairy, the Zenaris taskmaster, I believe, can now assign the Tazar as a Slayer task, and if you've unlocked that assignment on the rewards menu, her tasks, can can range between 90 to 150, and she can also give you Jads. That's really nice. I think that's awesome.
I unlocked that task thinking like, yeah, this can be great. I can either get the fire cape or I can farm off the Tazar dudes, but like I skip them so much because they're so fucking boring. I hate doing Jad. Although when I was doing the task, I was getting at least one obby cape each time, which is like at least 300k.
Yeah,
watch it be like 20k now. It like dropped overnight. Fuck me. But sorry.
I mean,
I've also gotten like 3. I've gotten a task. I got 3 obby capes and like an obby shield and stuff. Like I made a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate Tazar, so I've never unlocked them.
No, it's nice, but the task is slow. Like you got to fight the 140s that have like a fairly high div. And it's just I don't like it. I skip them all the time now.
Yep. But yeah, so I don't know. I think it's nice. It gives more incentive for like lower levels to get their fire capes because I believe if you can wield a blowpipe and you can pray magic in range, you should try to get the fire cape. Getting it as early as possible is like, it's nice.
Sure.
Even if it takes you like 6 tries, it takes everyone. There's people that have tried like 20 times, you know what I mean? And they finally get it. Like,
yeah, that's me.
Like 20 times is a lot. Like I was like kind of complaining over 5. It took me 5 attempts to get it. But I see people like, oh, I tried it once, I failed, so I quit. And it's like, dude, best in slot melee cape. You could get that at like a very low level. You should get it. And it's kind of fun and it feels like super rewarding if you've never gotten it before.
Yeah, but I can make the argument why Jad's bullshit, so I'm not going to because I've done it. I'm sure you can know what I'm going to say, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Challenge yourself, whatnot.
Or don't, or live life comfortably.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go on. Let's finish up the, what else we got?
So, the Grand Exchange teleports now take you closer to the clerks, so you're not teleporting in a PvP zone on the PvP worlds.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense.
So, Ring of Wealth, I'm assuming once you do, I guess, Varrock Medium Diaries, I'm assuming that teleport. That's nice. Little quality of life. I think it just saves you from getting rushed when you're like, if you're like a pure and you're like peeking at the Grand Exchange.
It's stupid to teleport into a PvP zone. Like it's.
Yeah. And, they removed a bug with, the Easter egg. I guess, I don't know. I didn't know it was a bug, but the Easter egg helmet wasn't removing people's hair when you wore it. So they removed that.
Okay.
And, they removed a reference when you're completing the Kramja Diaries. Doesn't mean it. Those don't really mean much. Not too big.
Go.
And that's it for the updates. Pretty,
No, we got some more.
Oh, which ones we got?
Okay, my turn. Okay, so they've changed a bit. A little update to the Fossil Island that we were talking about last week. So some of those changes are... There will be 2 tiers of Wyvern. Those already listed at Slayer level 66 and Ancient Wyverns at Slayer level 82. The Ancient Wyverns will be the only ones to drop the Ancient Wyvern Visage. The Ancient Wyvern Shield melee attack stats are now all -10 and the magic attack lowered to 15. The shield has limited protection from Dragon Fire attacks as well as the immunity to the Wyvern Freeze attacks. I wonder what it means by limited protection. Is that no difference than the anti-fire shield or the DFS?
Yeah, I guess it's not gonna... If you want protection from Dragonfire, you're gonna need to have the shield and anti-fire potion.
True. Okay.
Because both of them give you limited, so when you combine them, it gives you, immunity,
gotcha.
I guess.
Alright, as where the DFS and the anti-shield are 100?
I don't know exactly, but...
100% protection? Yeah, I don't know. We'd have to test that one. Granite boots have +8 range defense and will weigh more than Rune or Dragon Boots. Unique granite drops will be rarer from normal Wyverns than ancient ones. Compost Potion moved to level 21 Herblore. Experience rates from the volcanic mine have been slightly reduced, and levels of engagement made clearer. They didn't make that part clearer, though. And levels of engagement made clearer. So they probably,
So at each level, how much max experience? I don't remember if it was 85 experience per hour and 99,
something like that.
but it says 82 now, so I guess they've nerfed it
a little bit.
A little bit.
Or maybe
not enough to worry about.
We'll have to see. We shouldn't say... See, I'm so paranoid of just being wrong. We'll just say maybe that's going to be lowered more. We'll see. We have to wait till it actually comes out. XP rates for dual skilling methods have been clarified. They actually go into a little bit more detail with that. These are just pointers, so... Yeah, I'll say it. So, but last week, if you want to hear, we did talk about what the whole update is, like their ideas for when it's coming out. But quickly to summarize, underground of Fossil Island, it'll be like imagine like a sandbox area with a bunch of skilling activities and things you have to do to get around that will just naturally give you experience, okay? You think that's a good way of describing it?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll just say this little paragraph that I think they added in. If not, then I'll just repeat it. The experience earned will be competitive, but will not exceed other existing training methods. It will grant approximately 30 experience an hour at level 99 in agility and approximately 110,000 experience per hour at level 99 in thieving. However, you'll be able to earn this experience while taking part in other activities under the surface.
Yep. Not bad.
Yeah, sure. Cool.
I mean, thieving experience isn't better than the knights, but definitely probably more fun.
Yeah. I'm going to make a little note. I want to look up what barbarian fishing is, how much experience you get from strength. I wonder if it's comparable to like the agility.
Yeah. I think you if you do barbarian like fly fishing at the minimum stats, I'm pretty sure by the time you hit 99 fishing, you get 71 strength, 71 agility.
If you don't know how to unlock that, go to north of Barbarian Outpost, right? And there's like a little mini quest activity kind of thing you have to do to unlock it.
Yeah, like west of the Barbarian Assault.
Oh yeah, sorry, west. But is it west?
Yeah, like a little southwest. Like the other side of the waterfall type river.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's near there. Just look on the map and you'll see it. Picture it all wrong. It's also where you go to fight, you unlock Mythal Dragons, so if you ever wanted to kill those, you'll do it eventually anyways. Back onto the updates. Clarified hunted herb monsters mechanics. Throughout Fossil Island, a shy plant-like animal can be tracked similar to kebits. Kebits. That's a weird word. If you're able... I never said that out loud before, fuck. Kebits.
Kebits?
Yeah. Is that a real thing?
I have no clue.
Nope. It's a RuneScape thing, so yeah, there it is. If you're able to track this creature down, you can harvest herbs from its back. The trick is in tracking it. This could lead you anywhere on the island, so bring a picnic and your patience. Your patience will be well rewarded, however, with an experience rate of approximately 140k experience per hour at level 85 Hunter, scaling to 160k at 95. The usual herbal requirements and experience also apply when harvesting herbs with this animal, and you will find the herbs you harvest are appropriate for your level. Okay, so you hunt kebits and you're rewarded with herblores.
Yeah, not bad.
I think it's still safe to picture, finning sharks when you're killing these things. Not killing them, but harvesting the herbs. It's fucking horrible.
Pretty much killing them.
You're not killing them, they're just gonna die later on.
Yeah.
They're not going to live for much longer afterwards. Whether that's your fault or not, let's just blame Dragix. Okay, and then lastly, we got clarified hardwood growth and experience and clarified birdhouse mechanics experience. So I'll just lump those two together because why not? So the teak and mahogany trees are going to take a little bit longer. Oh, not a little bit. They're going to take longer to grow than normal trees. Teak is going to be taking 4,480 minutes. Which is 74.6 hours. No, I'm just kidding. I'm doing that on Google. So yeah, 74.6. Repeating, of course. And Mahogany's clocking in at 5,120 minutes.
85.3 hours. 3333. Repeating, of course. That is fucked up.
And it'll be granting teak 7,290 experience and mahogany's 15,720 experience. So it's like you plant them and they, you wait 3 days. The normal timers are something like a lot less, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so comparing that to like normal trees, I'll just say acorn takes 3 hours to grow, while a magic tree takes 8 hours to grow. So everything in between will vary, but it's it's really not much in comparison, is it?
Dead content.
No, I don't think it will be at all. I think you just throw. I don't know. Maybe it will be, but
it'll be nice for Iron Man, I think.
I don't know. For me, and this just goes with farming, I don't really like... There's a few times when I'm trying to power level farming, I guess, and I'm doing these, like, non-stop runs where I'm just constantly doing farming. But there's a lot with, like, I'll farm, do a run, and then I'll just, like, leave it. I'm not going to do it till tomorrow or a couple days from now, whenever I think about, skill, doing whatever it is I need to do.
Yeah, most people, like, if you're powering farming, they just do tree runs twice a day.
Yeah, exactly.
Once in the morning and once at night.
Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, exactly. And like a magic tree, first off, a magic seed. Yeah, a magic seed costs what?
100K-ish?
100 and the wiki's saying 140K. So you got that. Yeah. I'm sure I don't know how much the mahogany trees are going to cost to grow, but like
probably not that much.
Anyways, what I want to say is it takes level 75 to grow the magic tree. Sure, 8 hours, but you only get 13.7k experience for checking the health. So you get more from mahogany, and like you can do it at level. What was it?
55?
Yeah, 55, and teak at 35. So like, I don't know. I don't think anyone's really being like. I mean, I think it's okay. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I guess we shouldn't sit on it for too long. We're going to go back on to the... Okay, and then because we have the birdhouses to talk about. Jesus Christ. I think we said last week that you're going to be able to place them around the island to lure in and capture birds. I think you just kind of set them up and then you leave and you check them on them later. You get the experience for it, right? So it says right here that they offer experience rates superior to any other method between levels 5 and 35 hunter. And then alongside some nominal crafting experience. Okay? The highest, so it says right here, for example, the highest bird house, which is teak, can hold up to 10 birds, each taking about 5 minutes to capture. So this sounds like it's kind of similar to farming in a sense.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be like passive, I guess. You run through, do your runs as you're just doing something else.
Yeah, okay, so if you want to know the math behind this, experience calculations for all the levels is hunter level times birdhouse space times 117. This gives approximately 4k experience per hour at level 34. It's got to cap out at some point.
Yeah, imagine they didn't.
Yeah. Sometimes the way they word it is just so, like, I don't know, they don't cover all the things. And I want to say, who the fuck measures the time of growing a tree in fucking minutes? It's like, hey, how long does it take to grow a tree again? 4,000 minutes, if I remember correctly. Like, who the fuck remembers it in those terms?
Yeah, I don't know. That's fucked, though.
Fucking Rain Man, that's who. And that's it for the news, so...
Yeah, it's nice that they, clarified some of the experience rates.
Some follow-ups and stuff. Cool, I'm looking forward to that. But, yeah, can't wait to see more. I'm okay with the Ancient Wyverns things. I
just want to know what the drop rates are for both of the Wyverns before I say how I like them.
Yeah.
Because 66 Slayer is pretty low, and if you can start just AFK farming them, like if you look at Skeletal Wyverns, that shit's like every world is fucking packed with people just like long ranging them, like sitting back, making a lot of money while they're kind of doing stuff on another account or whatever.
Yeah, but you got
and I don't want this to literally be that.
You also you have brutal black dragons as well, though. You know what I mean? And you don't need any Slayer for that.
But, yeah, which I think is silly, but
I don't know, like.
And brutal blacks are a lot harder than Wyverns, But I do think that, like, I don't know, it shouldn't be so, like, I don't want to go there and just find a bunch of people just finding, like, an AFK method where, I've been at Wyverns for 4 weeks straight, doing this all day, every day, and I've been making a fuck ton of money. And it's like, I don't know. I just personally think, I just don't like that type of, content. But I mean, there's some people that love it, right? There's some people that like, I want to make money while training range or just doing combat while I'm doing schoolwork or something.
Then again, if they do allow that, it'll kind of just, take people away from skeletal wyverns, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or maybe it'll just increase more people who are just AFK farming in general, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. But, I guess it's safe to move on from the news. I don't know. So yeah, that being said, I guess if you couldn't tell from the beginning of the show, we're changing things up a little bit. We're still playing around with things. I know we're 31 episodes in and we still haven't figured shit out, but expect it to be 300 and we're still changing shit up because that's how it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to a listener who wrote in and actually gave us the suggestion of maybe, telling us where you can find us earlier on the show. I don't know how it works where I have it at the end of the show. I just have a recording that I did like months ago, and I've been meaning to update it, but I need a quiet house, and I'm just lazy, I guess. I'm just lazy, I'll be honest. And that's great. We really appreciate any suggestions, even if you want to like tell us we suck. Even if you want to tell us, that we suck. Like a guy pointed us out saying that the teleblock and shit was wrong and stuff like that. And yeah, that probably looks fucking terrible. I didn't fucking know. For the longest time, I thought I was right. I'm surprised no one's ever called me out on that, like, just in game. Anyways, I'm rambling. So yeah, thanks to Zach Hicks who wrote in, sent us an email. I'm not gonna go too much into it. He just said some kind words, complimenting us and stuff like that. And he just says he enjoys listening to, podcasts because he drives a lot and he's in the car all the time. Makes it less painless. More painless? Makes it more painless. But I feel I need podcasts to get through my day at work because like we're in construction and like let's say I have to clean like a house and stuff. I might be like sweeping for a full day, or it's a lot of mindless work and like you'll go fucking mad. Like when you're fresh onto a new site, because you get moved around a lot. So when you go into a new site, you're by default just walk around site picking up garbage and you're just picking up fucking Tim Hortons cups because fuck that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just pick up Tim Hortons cups and garbage and stuff, and it's bad. But eventually, it's not bad if you can listen to podcasts and shit. And like, music's all right, but after a while, it's only 8 hours of music being your main source of entertainment for the day. It drives you a little mad.
Yeah.
So that's Thanks for writing in, man. I really appreciate it. It's always great to hear from people, and anything you guys want to write in and tell us or share us or tell us when we're wrong or anything like that, to let us know and we'll read it. And that being said, I don't know, I didn't think to do this before, but I'm going to do a few shout outs to people who have liked us and followed us on Twitter and Facebook just because thanks for doing that. And like, I probably should have done this when it first happened. I just didn't thanks. So on Twitter, thanks to 260G, 260G, I don't know how you want to say it, Muller Light, Adam at OMFG IOU, Eric Parsons or Ken Postile, Robert Whitaker, and Mr. Hype IV. So thanks to you guys for following us and supporting the show. Really appreciate it. It's fucking awesome. And then on Facebook, I feel like an old person when I go on Facebook and try to manage the group stuff because it feels so unorganized. I'm trying to find like a list of all the people that like the show, and only thing I can see is like notifications of when they liked it. So like, I gotta sort through all this shit. So I'm gonna go through, and if I miss you, terribly sorry. We'll hopefully get you in the next weeks or some weeks to come, and so there's a few names in here that are gonna be hard to pronounce. And there's some names that are written in a different language that I don't even know how to pronounce. So
some squiggles in here.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for supporting the show. And when we get to your name, I'll do my best. So Bam. Chelsea Alana Parker. Here we go. Agajus Mixta. Cody Hurricane Her. Bim GH. Karam Bench Crone. Mamadou Oriba. Sorry.
What the fuck?
I apologize. Babel Ali. Larry Adun. MD Imran. Fine Love Chapter 3.
Nice.
Choi Miles. Sid Rajput. Angel Singe Rajput. You guys related. Cool. Lucky
Nice.
Boy Mo. Grav Krishna GK. Here, this is, it's in a different language. I have no idea how to read that.
Is it squigglies?
It's a few of that and some straight lines, so...
Alright, Squiggly McGee, thank you.
Dude, that's
We're just gonna
ignorant.
call them all squiggly.
That's pretty ignorant. You can't, but maybe Google can, so let's see.
We should just get one of those phonetic programs where you just copy their names and put it in.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Especially if we're like that, this international. I had no idea. And...
We worldwide, yo. We're worldwide.
Oh, would you look at that? We got it. This guy's from Nepal. Cool. Arjun Tamu. Man, I'm good.
Nice.
Continuing on with Chelsea James, Martina Musa, Sangeeta Sandeep Ray, Kabu Kla. And yeah, we were good. So, not skeptical of any of those, but...
I just want to say this is probably the whitest thing on the show. Couple of white boys trying to pronounce names from another country.
Yeah. Yeah, I just kind of roll. I could, there's a few of them where I was like, should I just try to guess it how I would... Then, you know what I mean? Like, but, yeah, so, thanks for supporting the show, though. Yeah, okay, yeah, thanks for supporting the show. And if you guys want to join the community that we have both on Twitter and Facebook, which I find interesting because they're completely different demographics on the two, like almost entirely.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Okay, great. I think that's it for, catching up to some of you guys that I missed from before. I see them all the time, and anytime you guys message, I always see them. It always makes our day too. It really does. We really appreciate all the support and all the feedback and everything. I don't want to ramble too much about that, just because, I don't know, probably sounds lame. So, yeah, I'm going to try to be more active on Twitter and Facebook a bit. Facebook's a bit wonky. I kind of like Twitter, though. It's never really got into it on, like on a personal level, but can get kind of fun. But, yeah, feel free to reach out whenever. Am I missing anything? Probably not.
I think that's it. What are your plans this week? This upcoming week?
Maybe a meteor shower, although it's been storming here so fucking bad, it might be too cloudy. Like, we had tornado watch from my area 2 days ago, but, like, it's like all these, like, I don't want to say mountains, but, like, hills, I guess. Large, small mountains. I don't know what you want to call them. And forests and everything, and whenever I see a tornado in a video, it never has, like, a forest, like, trees whipping around in its cyclone, so.
Yeah.
Well, maybe trees, but not, like, full evergreen trees. But, okay, what are you doing next week?
RuneScape. I got Slayer, but I'm probably doing some Slayer, but I fucking hate it. I really don't like Slayer.
Man, why didn't you tell me? I would have slayed for you, and you could have smith for me. I already dropped the master clue.
Count sharing.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry, don't.
I don't know.
Okay.
I got it. It's just something I gotta do. I need to just max my combat already. I'm being I could go max on my combat or get 90 woodcutting for no apparent reason. You know what I mean? Like, I just gotta man up and just do it.
You gotta be a man about it. And that's what basically RuneScape at its essence is about being a man.
Yep.
It speaks to the true character. Like, when I have kids, I'm gonna force them to play RuneScape. Unless they don't identify as a man, then I can't force them to play RuneScape then, can I?
I don't think so.
That's when you,
That's what I'll leave it on, and I'll put, like, snacks and candy, and I'll be like, oh, there's that thing that's so much fun.
Yeah,
if you just feel like playing it, then there it is. Okay, we're rambling too much. Let's end it right now.
All right. See you guys next week.
Thanks for listening. This was episode 31. Next week, we got 32. Thanks.
Yep.
Bye-bye.